I am here in the middle of nowhere. There is no there, it is cold there, but I am safe and I am warm. Although it's hard, I know I gotta keep up. No time to lay, to drift away. I fill my space, I spend my time down the rabbit hole again. And as I fall, I can feel the pain. You can't tell me where to go, so I don't know, I just go with the flow. I go with the flow. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo.
Morning everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video. It is Tuesday the 18th of May, and as you would have just seen, I've weighed in this morning and I am 2 pounds down since my last check-in on Saturday. The hammer has well and truly been dropped and I am so here for it. My calories have been dropped slightly this week, my cardio increased slightly, so you would have seen my first meal has changed. I still have my egg whites, my spinach, I still have my berries, but I just threw them all together because I don't have any cream of rice anymore in my first meal of the day. However, berries on top of eggs with sriracha and caramel sauce tasted pretty good. The other thing that's changed is my last meal of the day. I no longer have my junk bowl. What I do have is 3 egg whites, a scoop of my greens powder, and I just mix it up and I make a pancake, which I will show you guys a little bit later. It is just coming up to 8 AM. I normally go and take myself onto the couch now and have like a little nap before training, but today is leg day, and yes, I am my lightest weight that I have been this entire prep. Leg day is going to be tough, so I don't think I'm going to take a nap this morning because I feel like that will completely ruin me and I won't be able to push through. So I'm going to pop indoors, I'm going to do a little bit of admin work, I've got some emails to respond to, I've got messages to respond to, and then I'm going to go to the gym I think a little bit earlier and just get this session done. Just pulled up at the gym, I've smashed my pre-workout on the way. I'm feeling pumped for this session and I don't know why, because I'm at my lightest weight. I should be feeling pretty but I think it's because I know that I'm so close now and this is like one of my last leg sessions. So yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm gonna go and absolutely smash it. I will film what I can and I will catch you guys very soon.
I'm out of love, but I guess I deserved it. Trying to hide, to pass you by. I'm getting down, feeling fine. I'm light as air, no one can reach me. Lost in a dream, lost in between. Let's keep on flying, let's keep on breathing. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above just like below, and I don't know where I should go.
Walking to the car now, and that was one of my best leg sessions to date. I can't actually believe it. My lightest weight on prep and my heaviest box squat, my most controlled leg press, my leg extensions were mega. Like, I don't know what it is. I feel so fueled for this. So I'm going to get in the car now. I'm going to head to FITNESSBEX on the way home. I need to pick up some supplements and then get my post-workout meal. Just two things. One is the Extend BCAAs, which I drink in all of my water, and the other is the BPI Smart Burn, which I take pre-cardio. I drink about, I would say, 6 to 8 litres of water a day, and people ask me how I get my water in. I put this in every single bottle of water that I drink, and I'm never without a 1.5 litre bottle beside me, which you will see in all of my vlogs. Okay, so I'm just about to have my post-workout meal, but I popped a question poll on my Instagram story asking you guys what you wanted to know about prep. So I thought I'll answer a few of them now. So there are quite a few, and there are some really good questions in here, which I want to get into in more detail. But let's answer some quick ones. How much cardio are you doing at the moment? And do you do LISS or HIIT? So at the moment, as of this week, I'm doing 30 minutes of HIIT in the morning and 30 minutes LISS. So that's an hour in the morning. And then I'm doing 20 minutes post-workout cardio. On my rest day, I'm only doing 65 minutes of LISS in the morning. Question 2, which is your favorite cream of rice flavor on this prep? Well, I have to say, I really like the vanilla flavor that I've got here with my pineapple post-workout. It's lush, but I think one of my favorites is probably the blueberry muffin, because I have that with my breakfast meal and with my berries, although I don't have it at the moment because hubby has dropped the hammer. Have you picked a place at home to hang your pro card once you smash your prep? I love this question, and yes, I have, and I'm actually going to show it to you right now. As you can see here, that's Darren's pro card from when he won. And there's a big gap here above the dining room table for my pro card when I eventually win mine. So when we hung this up, I told Darren to put it in the middle, and he was like, no, we'll put it on the left. When you earn yours, it's going on the right. So hopefully this year we'll be having something on that wall. Let's do one more before I tuck into this, and then I need to go and shower because I've got lots of work to do this afternoon. Let's go with, when is your next podcast? I miss them and love them. Do you know what? I've actually taken a break from recording podcast episodes because I've been focused on recording for YouTube, and my podcast episodes have always been something that's very personal to me, very much linked to my mindset, where I'm at, and I share a lot of how I feel and what I'm going through. And the last few weeks, if you guys have been following me on Instagram, will know it's been quite tough emotionally with stuff that's happened to myself and Darren socially in our social network. So I've kind of just taken a break from recording because I didn't want to just record without being 100% authentic with you guys. So I have prepared a podcast. I am kind of developing it, and I do want to touch on the issues that we've had and things that we've been going through, but not until my mind is fully ready. Right now on prep, I feel like I wouldn't be able to give it my all. So podcast episodes are coming back soon, I promise. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, I will get back to these other questions this afternoon. I need to eat my post-workout meal, and then I'm heading into the office. I've got 5 coaching calls this afternoon, but in between calls, I'll try and pick the camera up and answer some more questions. Just gone 3 p.m. and I'm now getting my next meal, which I forgot to mention is also down. So I don't have 150 grams of rice anymore. I have 100 grams of rice. We also had a very special delivery, didn't we, Stitch? We've now got a massive new TV been delivered and installed, which means our old TV is now in the cardio room. So when we're doing cardio, we can watch Netflix on the big screen. It's pretty sick. I've got about 30 minutes before my next call, so I thought I would answer a few more of these questions. I've had quite a few come through since I last spoke to you guys. So let's go with, what has been your lowest and highest body weight during prep, and how did you feel at those times? That's an interesting question. I think the heaviest I've ever been before starting a prep was like 180 pounds, but I wouldn't say that that was a good 180 pounds. I don't think I was probably utilising my off-season well. I was probably eating like a bit of a dickhead, to be honest. And at that time, I probably didn't feel too great and too body confident. My weight when I started this prep was 176, but I was feeling good. I think the more you do this process, the more you get used to your body at different stages and you get more comfortable with it, because you understand it's for a purpose, and it's not a case of you just seeing it as a prep to a prep. You actually consider yourself an athlete both in your off season and during a prep season. So I think for me personally, it's important for me to, not only on social media, but for myself, to see myself in my clothes, in the same gym outfits, both in my off season and during a prep. You won't see me cover up in the gym when I'm feeling a bit fluffy. Like, I will always show what I look like, because I'm proud of what I'm doing and the physique I'm trying to build, and I know what my end goal is. And for me, I live this lifestyle, so it's not a case of just seeing it as a prep to a prep and a reason to diet down and get lean. I understand that those seasons are important. My lightest ever weight, oh my goodness, would probably be my first ever prep, where I dieted down to about 133 pounds, I think it was. But I was a very small human being, and even at that time in my first season, I competed in figure, which was then body fitness in UK BFF. But I think in reality, I was probably bikini, to be honest. I had a lot of muscular development in my shoulders and my back. I always have had a good, like, strong back, but my legs were tiny, and yeah, I was very, very small. And I think when I'm at my leanest, yes, I look like shredded, let's say, but I also don't like the way I look in normal people clothes. And that probably is the same, I would say, in the height of an off season. So like when I'm on my biggest in my off season, I can't wear like tight fitted shirts or jackets. Like when I used to work as a teacher, putting a jacket on was just hard, because my back and my shoulders and my arms were so big through muscular development, but also through the level of body fat that I was carrying. So I hated wearing those sort of things. And then I think the same goes for when I'm super lean. I don't feel girly, I don't feel pretty, I don't feel like I can wear a dress without like all of my muscles and veins and everything showing. So I suppose you get used to it, but you know that both of those seasons are important. So I kind of, I go through phases where I'm like, okay, I don't like it, it's not ideal, but I just crack on and deal with it. Okay, there are two questions here that are very similar. One of them is, do you think anyone can prep even if they get hungry? And the other one is, what do you think is an optimal time or length of time that someone should prep for? So I think those two questions go hand in hand, because not everybody can prep. And again, this is about you seeing it as not just a prep and a reason to get stage lean. If you consider yourself an athlete and you live this lifestyle, then yeah, you'll be able to get through a prep no problem, because you're not doing anything different. If you train every day, you prep your meals, you live this lifestyle year round, the only difference with a prep is that your calories are lower and your cardio is higher. That's literally the only difference. In terms of optimal prep, I think it's completely tailored to the individual and the amount of body fat that they have to lose. Like me personally, I think I prefer a longer prep. I wouldn't want to prep for just like 8 weeks or 12 weeks or something drastic like that, because for me, I want to hold on to as much muscle as possible. So the longer I give myself, the more gradual and slow the drops would be in food, the more gradual the increase in cardio, and it means that I can remain strong throughout a prep and hold on to as much muscle as possible. But again, I live this lifestyle, so for me, I don't see it as, oh my gosh, I'm on prep for 20 weeks, 24 weeks. I just living my normal life and nothing really changes. This is an interesting one. Do you not get to the point in a prep where you don't want to socially gather or see anyone in the final few weeks? I'm not gonna lie, that does happen. You get to a point where you are very tired, you're very depleted, you're not sleeping well. Like those last few weeks are tough. I wouldn't say peak week is tough. I would say it's kind of like 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out, things are really getting more difficult and your energy is lower, and you want to conserve your energy for your training session. You want to conserve your energy for the things that you still have to do every single day, like go to work and be with your partner or your significant other. So I guess, yeah, you would probably conserve energy and not spend it with other people or go out and do other things. Like, there was one night I went out in Dubai with some friends on a Friday night, like we always do, and I actually fell asleep at the table. I was so exhausted and I was so embarrassed, but it happens. And thankfully I was with people that just totally got it and were like, it's okay, Bex, we get it. You're like 5 weeks out, 4 weeks out. So yeah, I suppose, yeah, you do get to a point where it is really tough and you just have to be really selfish and say no to things. But if you're in a good network of people and they understand it, then they'll get it. And, you know, they're not going to judge you for it or be annoyed at you if you're like, I just can't come out tonight, I'm tired. And then I've had lots of questions asking what is the best moment of prep and what are the hardest parts. The best moments, or the best part about prep, is knowing that you have control over how you look and feel, and that your actions every single day are taking you closer to your end goal and your results. And that for me is super powerful. I think anybody that's in this sport is a control freak to a degree. So I think having that control over how you look and feel and watching your body change is super rewarding and really powerful. The best part for me is being on stage. Absolutely love it. And I didn't think I would, but I just love it. I love getting glammed up. I love putting my bikini on. I love being tanned. I love showcasing my physique, smiling up on stage. That for me is everything. Knowing that I've brought my best and that everything has come down to this moment and all of the hard work is now being showcased. That's my favorite moment. The hardest part for me, weirdly, it's not dieting. It's not doing cardio. It's not any of those other things that I've mentioned. The hardest part for me when embarking on a prep, or should I say just being a bodybuilder, is not having the support from those that you love the most. I've been competing and bodybuilding for 6, nearly 7 years now, and I've not had a single family member come to any of my shows. I don't get the support that I would love from them because they don't get it. And they find it really hard to understand that I'm a female and I want to grow muscle and I want to get on stage and look really lean. And do you know what? That's really hard. You know what's really hard as well is holding up this camera. My shoulder is sore. But yeah, without going too deep, that's probably the hardest thing for me. I do have some family members that are supportive, like one of my brothers who is a marathon runner and a vegan. He gets it, and although he's not on social media and doesn't follow me there, he is on YouTube, and so when I release YouTube videos he watches them and he messages me and he's like, keep going, Bex. So yeah. Let's end on a really high one. I saw you said that you were into dance music. What are your favorite tracks? Oh my goodness. Okay, so since I moved to Dubai, I downloaded the app BBC Sounds because I used to listen to dance anthems on the BBC radio every single weekend. And so it looks like this. Let me show you. And I am subscribed to the dance anthems playlists and they get released every single week. So you have today's dance anthems, you have the classic dance anthems, there's workout anthems, and I listen to those when I train and I absolutely love them. And basically just dance my way through it. So I'm going to chill here for a little bit longer and then I'm going to head into the office for my last few calls and I'll pick you guys back up a little bit later for my salmon meal. And I've got deep tissue therapy tonight with Paula, which is so needed. Salmon meal with my normal routine. The animals have been fed. Stitchy is cleaning himself now. And I always sit down to have this glorious meal. And Milo rings the bell down there and tells me he wants to go out. He rings that little bell over there that dangles off the cat tower to say, Mummy, I need to go out. You clever boy. Ah, look who's home. Busy day? Oh my goodness, you must be wrecked. He's so happy to see you. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? There's your best pal.
Yeah.
Your best pal.
Munchkin.
He won't even let you put the table down. Nope.
This is your fault. You're
Nope.
in the way.
Whilst Paula is setting up the table, I've just popped my shorts on, I'm going to get her to work on my back, shoulders, and most definitely my legs, which are really sore and quite swollen from today's quad session, but they're going to be feeling great afterwards.
I am here in the middle of nowhere. There is no there, it is cold there, but I am safe and I am warm. Although it's hard, I know I gotta keep up. No time to lay to drift away.
So now that therapy is all done and I am fried, it is time to make my last meal, which is my egg white and greens pancake. Super simple, 3 egg whites, a scoop of daily greens from Revive, a little bit of baking powder, a splash of milk, a few drops of this Chocolate Heaven Skinny Flavor Drops. It might not look like much, but honestly, it tastes really good. And this is now my final meal before I go to bed. I'm going to eat it up with a nice hot cup of tea, and then I'm gonna head to bed nice and early. I tend to be going to bed now around about 9 o'clock, 9:30, so even earlier than before. But to be honest with you, I need it, I need the rest. And I have only a few more weeks to go. So I'm going to close this video off here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing me push through my leg day. That is going to be one of my last leg days of this prep, which is crazy when I think about how many weeks I've been on prep and how close we are now to show. I am getting excited. I might even try on my new bikini at check-in on Saturday. But I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye for now.